Hello. Today I thought I would share with you some of the projects that I have been working on during playtime in my studio. And as you can see, I've been really having bunches of fun. I also got back to my chopped journal and I did 4 spreads, and I just can't say how much I'm enjoying playing with reversing collage. This is the first bit that I worked on, and I must say I so am loving finger painting and using a credit card to spread paint. It does just a wonderful job, including getting down here in the crease. Well, I had these colors out. I picked this piece because I wanted to use these colors up, so waste not, want not, I dove into this one. This is going to be a fun one to do because it doesn't bring too many ideas to my mind, so what I apply on top of this is going to be the fun part. Then I did this one. This one was just 6 photos and very little over here, almost clear. So I decided, well, I have to do something here, and yet I like each one of these pieces. So I used black to cover up the white magazine separator sections, and I decided to play up this tree and these cherries, and I used my old bottle of black cherry paint, and as you can see, it was spread on with a credit card, and it did all that I thought needed to be doing here. And I'm looking forward to this page. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the individual things. It looks like a repoussé aluminum plate with lavender, some cherries, an old trunk, house view with windows, and a lovely, looks like a wild rose tree in front of it, and you know my very favorite book, so that one was just great fun. And then this last one, well, this was cake and cookies and flowers and some greenery. And wow, this one really challenged me. So I decided that I would do best to use the colors that were on here. And I picked up this purple over here, and there's some of this beautiful dark teal. I brought that out over here. And some of my very dark forest green liquid acrylic. And then I dabbed on some off-white to bring out the baby's breath. Such fun. I cannot begin to tell you how much I'm enjoying this, and that if you have an opportunity to have a magazine, whether or not you chop it, you just use what's there and have at it. It is such great fun. So that was one share. I think that I'll file onto the floor. The next thing that I've been working on is this daily collage practice book, and I picked some collage pieces and put them down for this page, and then I picked this. I've been saving this elephant for a project, and I said, no, I'm not going to save it for a special project. I'm going to save it for my special daily practice just because I love it. Love it, love it. So these are two that I have been working on, and I'm going to embellish them a little bit, just a touch with my gelatos. Let's see if we can just bring out some of these lovely colors here. Yes. Maybe just a little bit over here. And a little bit up here. These gelatos just spread a bit with the warmth of your finger, just to add a little art thought to the page. Some of the colors spread better than others, but there we go. Now, I'm thinking we need some of this up here and over here, maybe a little bit up here, and maybe a little bit here and here. And these are so soft. These feel like you're smudging with lipstick. It's just wonderful. And maybe just a touch of that. Maybe just a touch of some blue. Which one? I think I'll do this one. Yes. Yes, yes. And a little journaling. This is such fun for me because I get to practice my handwriting that I taught eons ago in school. Oops, that's okay. Whoops. I think this pen is telling me that it's come to the end. Good. And maybe just a little bit over here. Just because I can. And this lovely one, well, this is not going to be much of a thought process to embellish this a little bit. think the heat of my lamps have softened this gelato up a little bit already. How wonderful. How very wonderful is that? And what is this? I haven't used this. Let's see what we're going to get here. I think it's going to make a blue statement. Oh, yes. Oh, my yes. And we'll carry it over here just a little bit. Well, wasn't that delicious? Interesting colors here. That just is too much fun. Oops. Well, outside the lines. Here we go. Yes. So, daily practice. And I don't think I'll drop this on the floor. I'll be a sorry girl. I also wanted to share with you a new journal that I have made out of one of these wonderful notebooks, and I believe I purchased this a year or so ago at opening school time and paid almost nothing. And at that time, I did take the time to paint this cover. Ah yes, 6/16. Well, I guess it was before opening of school, but this is a regular, ordinary black and white notebook, and I hadn't used it, and I eyeballed it, and I said, and I opened it up very carefully and found that this one was stitched. So I plucked out the stitching. Here's the paper. And I said, now a little gesso in the inside covers. And why couldn't I just try something very simple like a rubber band to hold in my signatures? I took papers from the center and I used my Yoo-Hoo glue stick to glue down pairs of paper, and I did that for enough pages to use as beginning and ends of my signatures. And I used about, I think, 4 pieces of watercolor paper, and this was my first practice, my first sketching practice, my play practice. So I have 4 sides of watercolor paper. I used some sketch paper and some mixed media paper in each of the signatures. And yesterday, while I was wallowing around, and goodness knows the things we can find when we wallow in our own studio, I found these I believe were from a color book, and I said, why not? And since I just had rubber bands, I popped them in to each of the signatures, and here we have mixed media paper, drawing paper, and so forth, right through, and quite waiting for me to work in my sketchy play journal. No rules journal. If I feel like doing pencil sketching, I will. If I feel like using pen, I will. If I feel like using some leftover paints, watercolors that I was using on the next project in my big folder journal, I just plopped some in here and said, I'll get back to you. And that's what happened. So, here is my new Play Date with Myself journal. And here are the goodies that I have so that I won't have to go rumbling about looking. I have my gel pens and a fountain pen and a pencil and an eraser and water pen. Now that is a good start for that one. My next share is my big folder journal that I had been working on, and I used my darkest watercolors. I believe I used Mayan blue with a little bit of touch of alizarin and ultramarine dropped in, and I had to put 2 coats to get these flowers dark enough. And then I wanted to experiment with my white Uniball gel pen, and here we have the result. Oh, and I also decided that these flowers needed a little bit more pop, so I just used a little bit of Prismacolor pencil to bring out the areas between and around the edge on each of these petals in each of those flowers. I also decided that I would sketch very delicately around these pierced bits so that they would pop a little bit more. And I used my Ultra Micro Signo Uniball to just bring out some of the bubbles. And so now here I am with a quandary. Yeah, last night I added these leaves, and I'm finally happy with the general composition, but oh, this white background. And I thought, wow, what about the possibility of some pastels? And I thought I'd give it a try. I thought I'd plunge in right now and give them a little try. I think I'll get a piece of toweling ready. And I'll start with a palish pink. Let's see what happens, because I have no idea on earth what's going to happen now. Not too much, just a little, but I didn't want this to make too much of a statement, so let's see what we're getting here. Maybe a little deeper pink. Let's see. Yes. And let's see, I don't want this blue to be heavy at all. So let's see what happens now. I don't want this blue to make much of a statement, so we'll have a go. Alrighty, let's see if I'm going in the right direction. Let's get a look at the entire piece. Yes, I think this might be working. It's going to take some more attention, that's for certain. Let's see about going very light with the green first. Oh yes. Alrighty. Let me try to put on a little more color while we're together, and then of course I'll be working away probably through the week to add just tiniest bit of color. Just a glow. Yes, I think I found the solution. So I'll be getting back to work on this now that I've taken the bull by the horns and tried the experiment. And last on my list of to-dos, or to share, is this visit to the mall. And I was mall diving a little bit again. And I found this one. And I thought I'd tell you why I spent $2.50 for this. Well, one reason. Oh my. Won't she be lovely? Either positively or negatively collaged. And this is the pair that set me to digging for my $2.50. And look what I found that I didn't even realize. This is a stitched book, and I've never seen a stitched book that I didn't want to open those stitches. Oh, the potential here. And here. Oh, my, 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 my. So, here again, the possibilities of mall diving are endless. Oh, goodness. Look at the job done in draping that fabric. Isn't it just delightful? So, please remember that there are many really neat things out there just waiting for our artistic eye and our imagination. The Galleria Borghese, the masterpieces, $2.50. Oh, goodness, and on top of it all, I was so busy looking inside the book that I hadn't really looked very carefully at this lovely. Isn't she beautiful? Well, I do hope you have enjoyed my playtime share, and that I have given you maybe some ideas. I have shown you the roads that I might be traveling on my big folded journal and in my small fun journals. And if you have enjoyed sharing with me this morning, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend, and I would certainly appreciate you're subscribing to my channel. Bye for now.